So, we've got the sun shining in. I'm wearing my nice tie. Why are you here? How long are you going to stay? Have you ever been here before? Like that green screen behind you? Art, alphabet, alphageonumeric, dots, shapes, dashes, Sumerian, Anunnaki. What exists, what ceases to exist, exists. What ceases to exist, exists. The unknowing exists. What is inside what? Inside the basket of the unknown. How do we balance what can be unknown to the alphabet? Can we create words with the 26 letters? What if you use a letter twice or 3 times or 4 times? Why can't we have a word that's 1,000 miles long? Or is the entire alphabet made up to be all about ABC? How do we figure this out? Is it just my makeup? Is it just my thinking? You know, am I just putting this in your head? Am I selling it to you? I'm the vacuum salesman. I ring the bell and I open up a can of worms. You see, I don't want to listen to any music. I really don't want to watch any TV. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say. You know what? I'm up to here with everything that has been said. Now I want to come back and share it with you, what I have humbly understood as the algorithm of my 61 and a half years living with the plan. I am one of the extras in time, the extra Earth, okay? I am one part of the connecting terabyte. I make up stories. That's right. I make up stories. I make up stories based on the association of alphabet, math, geometric shapes and stars, definitions that were given to all of us because this has to be something that we can all find on the dime. That's right, on the dime, all dimensions. 10 cents. Imagine 10 cents is all and 25 cents is only part of. How can 10 cents be all and 25 be part of? Because if I had 100% of something, I'd start off with a 1 and my next one would be 0. If I had 25 cents, I only have 1/4 of what can be or 2.5 times of what is. I can look at it 2 ways. What if I went 52% over 48%? You know, then I'd go 51 and 49, you know? 51 and 49. We have to remember 330. We got to remember all the numbers. I get very excited because, you talk about one number and like I'm trying to say to myself, okay, nobody knows what I'm thinking. Nobody's in my head. What story should I talk about with these numbers? Should we talk about where 3 is? What is 330? It's also noted to be what is 1530. So how many times will 5 come? What will fall in what position? Right? What falls in what position when we talk about a number? Of course, I'm all excited. How can I not be excited? I've got so many ideas in my head. I want to just get it out. I want to give it to you. Just you hold on to it. All of you hold on to it. I want to get it out because once I give it out to you, I got more coming in. Woo! Woo! God, shut that door. Don't let anybody in. See, I got an air conditioning here. I ain't putting it on. I don't know. You see, it's almost got my name in it. They call it the Freon, right? The Freon inside the air conditioner for the cooling. But I don't want to cool my system. I don't want to cool my system. I want to warm up with the sun, right? General Electric. Let me write that down also. That's another thing that's on the platform today. General ending in AL, like in general alchemy, general alphabet, anything to begin or end in AL. We can even go to Al's Diner and then set up a reboot. Incoming game. Don't God, Jiminy Crickets. Now, my question is it an incoming game or is it an incoming game? You know, it could be calming, CALMING. And now when I see that, I want to see if I can get any clams out of this. Now, clams are pearls. And we get pearls. Is that where the girl's best friends? And clams is also what is money. Money is noted to be what is the house. A house, I think that's number 68. Money is 72. That's where 7286 comes in, right? It's not just one house. It's, BMO shows you the like that. That's like two houses. It's the house of Raish. I didn't write that very good. Just give me a second. Why do I call it the house of Raish? This part has nothing to do with numbers, but it does. The R letter in Hebrew, I like to look at R for Raphael. So it's the 18th letter, but in Hebrew, it's the 20th letter. I think the evaluation is 200, if I get that right, but I don't want to get into that. The R letter is also noted to be, if we use it in both circumstances, I can get, just give me a second, if I'm going to use the 180-degree plane or whether or not I'm going to look at this as the Sanskrit time where we have 13 named days and 7. I have to refine my work with that, with the Sumerian Anunnaki, that time of 13 named days where they have that, what is it, that Tzolkin, and then they have the HAAB, the Hab, and it just so happens because go Habs go, and when you read it backwards, it's bat, you know. There's one word in French when you speak about number 11. Think about ounces, right? So you're gonna say 11 ounces. 11 ONCE. The reason I say that, okay, which is 28 grams. So we get Aries, 28 grams. We have 11, and now we have ounces. Let me explain this. Whoop, man. Stop with the incoming. Okay, let me explain what just went on here. Over here is the 13 name days that run inside the, I think it's 18 times 20 equals 360 days, and then the 5-day add-on. Their other calendar, right, is what is a 20 times 13 for 260 days. 11 in French is onze, which looks like ounce. An ounce is 28 grams. You have 16 ounces, okay, into a pound. So therefore, you need to have 16 by 28 equals to the next equation. Why Aries? Because I see rams inside of this. And if you want a ram, I'm going to get Aries to all rise. To me, it looks like a series, but Aries, okay, ends with an S. It ends with an ES. So if we go to French terminology, they go to Bélier. So I'm going to have to write that out in French and take a second look to it. But when it goes to Bélier, it's also, is that the representation? How do you write Aries in French, the zodiac sign? Bellier. L Lier. I before E except after C, except in this case there's an exchange in this. Inside, when you say Bélier in French, right? And if you put an H in replace of this, it'll say yesterday. It says lie or liar inside of here, but the thing in here, I before E, except after C. Well, this is a C. The L is a C. So why do we do it in this instance, but we won't do it with the first C? Why do I say this is a C? This is A and B together. The U is the reverse of what the L is. L and U is also known as what is the reader. It's 33. It's the 12th and the 21st letter. 33. See, we were talking before about 3:30. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Why cold? Why hot? Why purple? I turned on the cold water. How did I know? Because it was blue. I turned on the hot water because it was red. When I mixed the hot with the cold, the blue and the red, I ended up with purple. So this is this configuration. When I add the hot and the cold together, I get 77. What happens with hot and cold? And this is the word that comes out of it. What is created? What is created? It has created the purple. The purple is now 88. It creates a window. Which way is the combustion happening? What is happening with the combustion of this energy right now? I'm telling you this, and everything I speak about is from someone who read, I think, the book Lord of the Flies, Richie Rich, Sad Sack, and I don't know what else. I don't remember. Is my vocabulary good? Do I want to boost myself up and say everything I do know and what I don't know? When you say I don't, if somebody says you don't speak properly, it shouldn't be said this way. Well, you tell me the way you say it, and I'll see if it makes more sense to me, more logical than the way I say it. And if I can remember it, I'll say it that way. Obviously, I have to communicate with everybody. So those who are here who want to understand, then we can have this communication amongst us. What am I looking to achieve? Communication, proper discord, understanding for what I am doing so that we can share it as what is the total truth within the realm of the game. And what is this game? It's finding out all the as close to absolute truth in situations and words and where they can possibly be if they were used in situations, what they can actually or could be saying alternative to the story that is being spoken before you. Oh, it's so nice when things are clean. So yeah, Bélier. So in this instance, what it comes to under my observation, because this is what I do, and sometimes I can work on something. I can be back in if I go back to 2012, and I look at some of my videos that a few thousand people have shared. I'm sorry that with a few thousand people that have joined my channel, maybe 50 or 60, I've seen every one of the videos. That's it. 20 years here, and most of my videos have been seen between 20 and 60 times. That's it. So if we create some kind of Discord page and come together so we can discuss what has happened over the last 20 years and how I regressed in time, right? How I regressed in time as I moved into the future, meaning I brought history because I have to go to the past to know what was indoctrinated into the system that we have all come through the generations leading up to now. Now, okay, is ancient history. Right now, it's ancient history because we brought every piece of our language from the past into the future. What we speak today is from the ancients, okay? But the translation has been lost in time. But yet at least we got the final word, the moon, dozen, 13, 88, constellations, Jesus Christ, power, I hate you, I like you, up, down, left, right. I got it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alphabet, Gimel, Dalet, hey. You know, don't talk about Yod, hey. Talk about Tet Vav. Talk about Tet Zion. That's a rule and regulation. I'm going to use it. I know 114 or 19 by 6 is 114, 257 is 3 by 19. I know AI comes together. How? Because A is inside of I and it's split. It's where the ace comes in. You know, when you look at the ace letter, right, what do you think? It's just flat like this and going around? And when it comes up here on the ace, where does the ace happen? At the knees, where does the ace take part? Should it be above my head? Should it start down here? Should I flip upside down? Did they lock my knees? This is part of the game. So everything is going to double up. If it doesn't double up, we put it on the side and we say, what did we build from this? We built something from this. So let's see what we use to build it. Like Aleph Bet. Well, it's actually Aleph Bet Vet. There's two sides of Aleph. There's Aleph to the right and there's Aleph to the left. We're going to use this Aleph right here, okay? We're going to do that. Okay? Okay, oh, I'm going to, whoop, boop, 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 mrr. Yeah, okay. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, see, we got that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. And now we have the large, and we have the small. Because of these, man alive, you know what? Oh, God, I love this one. Yeah, somebody wants to help support the channel. I just love these. Oh, yes, and guess what? Guess what? Remember this. Don't forget this. If you want to look at something, this is part of the study. It's very huge. And the Mayan, okay, the Mayan have this. You got to take a look. The Mayan have this. You know where you find it? You find this in the construction zone. Construct, the ion. You know the ion. You ever see this? You ever see this? You know what? I think it should be more or less just that. And the reason they did that is because they possibly gave you a choice like that. So they don't attach it. You know, it could be above or below, and then they can say this side or that side. All right, you follow what I'm saying? This side or that side? This is like the corner of a building. So this is the Mayan. Why did I bring that up? Up? And I didn't want to bring it up because of the oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to get the D. You know, it's just the same thing over and over again. And then you just keep continuing this. So what was I doing this with the Mayan construct? Oh my God, I don't remember. But what happens, it splits. And then what we end up is this, and we end up with this over here during the split. Yes, Clockwork Orange, yes. We have the pylon. Right? We have the pylon in the construction in Z, right? Who's Z? Right? In the construction of Z. One zone. Okay, pylon, you know, in French, if you use the word pylon, you might be talking about a chicken leg. So, because it's called a pilon, right? Now, my question is it talking about pi and a lion? And what are they splitting up the jungle? Or are they splitting up communication? Do we have the... You remember the alchemy that we added on to the other words? Alphabet, alchemy, Alcazar, Alcatraz, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll just use it in transition. We'll bring it all trans now. And it's ITION. Why did I write it out that way? Not because of the situation it might involve me with. The transfer, the transit, going from one to another, the same thing inside of our moon. I mean, think about it. We've got one moon, but yet we end up with this, you know, it could be a pale ale, I don't know. And then we get this, you know, inside the same moon. So what is actually passing, right? I'm just gonna write this down here. General, oh my God, another AL. Holy Toledo. So yeah, so we ended up with that. So we had Clockwork Orange. Should I write that down? Under the construction, the house of the 7 dogs. Right? And it's all left. Yeah, because you know when you go to golf, right, and you hit a dog leg, right, it goes that way. You got a hook, it goes the other way. So this is. Okay, I got to take a little break here. I'm a little out of breath, right? So hold on a second. Just give me a second here. Oh God. Oh. Whew. I mean, when you're this tall and you're touching the ceiling, you know, I'm touching the ceiling right here. Look at me. I'm going out. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, maybe we can. Well, excuse me about that. Right. Whoa. 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 Let's just fix that light. Okay. Yeah. The ceiling that's right here. It's just like touching my head. Oh. It's all orange. Oh my God. Yeah, so give me a second. I'm taking a 2-minute break. Oh my, there's 6.8 billion people missing this. We've got 9 people. Okay, 9 divided by 8 billion not here means everyone here is watching for about close to 800 million people. Every person here represents 800 million people now, because that's how many people are not here. Now I'm going to come back, answer some questions, go over what I was talking about. I'm not going to forget about 33. I'm not going to forget about, I'm going to explain to you where in games I come up with the Anunnaki, I come up with the Sumerians, and I still need to learn more. I still need to listen to others who, those who have diplomas, who know all about this, can tell me that story, the storybook. I don't. Makes no difference. I like to know where it's categorized. But once they categorize it, I'm only going to use that to arrange, okay, where you want to take me. But when I read the book, when I look at the numbers, I take it and I put it where it goes. I want to know where it goes. Here is one of the pieces, right here. This is a big piece. See this over here? See this over here? If it's for the dealer and you're calling for the monkey, and if it's for you, you might be saying no monkey or monkey. We have to understand when we're calling for the monkey. The thing about the monkey is the monkey, the 9th zodiac sign, monkey a monkey equals to 83 also represents, okay, a Gemini, and we're going to use, if we use it as 83, we're going to be representing the four dimensions, right? 83, 4 times 20. Oh my God. 83. It's also going to be representing the birth. Let me explain to you why. In French, when we say 83, we will say 423. Now, when we say 423, they're not separating the 20 from the 3. So when we say 420, it sounds like 4 times 23, which is 92, which actually it's 4 times 20 plus 3. So it's misunderstood. I'm English. But all the same, that 23, okay, that 4 times 20 plus 3, okay, equals to 83, or 4 times 23 equals to 92, 9 and 2, 11, 8 and 3, 11, equating to that situation, coming up with the first two levels of the base of, let me explain this. This is a tough thing that I'm not sure if I can sell this truth. Okay, meaning I'm hoping that I can explain it. Before we begin, we have to understand what we're dealing with. We have a cube, the what is it called? Hexahedron or whatever you want. Rubik's Cube, right here. Every side, how many sides? 6. 6 is hexagon. Six sides. Now, something a little bit larger. Sometimes larger is okay, right? See this one over here? 6 sides, all the same. But when you look at it, now you can see a little bit more that the dimensions of this here are exactly the same as this here. You can see 3 dots here and 3 dots here. 3 over here and 3 over here. I didn't count the 3 here. The 1 area in the center. The 5's the area around the square. We're not going to use the 6. These over here, okay, are going to explaining to me at this moment more on the phone than on this. I'm not using them right now other than for association. The star will associate a bunch of numbers. When you create the star over the numbers, I'm going to associate this line here, this line here, and then this line here, and I got a hexagon star because I created 3 crossing lines equaling to 6 points. That's the star. The pound key shows you that there's a division amongst all the numbers. They each got their own house encompassing the 5 area. The 0, okay, the operator, the joining of 2 sides, the 0 is in bowling to attach the split of the 2 sides. And when I take this over to a game, okay, when I take this over to the game, in this game, the diamond area is representing 2468. 2468. It's easier to see in this one. The difference between here and here, okay, is I put this one to connect to the above one over here. I should have put straight lines, but this was just, this area over here repeats this area here. That's why the cubes, let me see, did I do that right? All right, I have to connect them. I have to connect these 3. This one, this one. So this one over here is 30, let me just see, 36, yes, 36, 35, 34. So this will be 35 and 2 connecting for 37. This one will be 36 and 1 for 37, and I think this one will be 3 for 37. So all the connecting centers here are all 37s. What does it mean? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 equals 111. The average of the 6 numbers, or the total of the 6 numbers is going to equal to 18.5 times 6 is going to equal to 111, or 37, 37, 37 combination. The same combination, okay, that that many, as I understand, do not, or have not, or maybe I'm not using the right words, have not yet to answer my question. Okay, and it could be just like that. That in Hebrew, hold on a second, I'm just trying to set this camera so it doesn't lean as far back. Yeah, in Hebrew, they use the gimel for in the third position, where the sounds, what we use in the alphabet is the C sound. One is the G and the other is the C. The thing about that with this cube is there's positions on here. There's 9 positions per face. Do you remember we just spoke? We have 6. Can we give a value here? I have. In my game that I play, this is what I do. I use it based on the calculator. I have 9. Just 1 through 9. That's it. According to what I showed you on the floor, they create an association, okay, of the string theory for what I count. What is the string theory? They count 1 all the way over towards 12. And then the string ends. The string of 12 ends. And when it ends on 3. It begins on 1, it ends on 3. String theory. This cube has 21 dots. It starts on 1. When you stop counting, puis quand il est tout compté, avec le 6, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 21, 1 and 21. Began with 1, ended with 3. When you go to the second section of numbers, excuse me. Excuse me. Here's the rotation. Goes from 1 through to 21. The first one equals 231. It goes to 77 by 3, and this would give me basically this. If you want me to shorten it up for you, change this to this to this. This G part, okay, is what's going to associate what is the 7th area between 5, 7, 5, when I connect the upper one here, 5, 7, 5. It'll say I, but now look what happens. Where's the 6? The 6 is a connection between the 5 and 7. When you connect the 6 through 7, you create 8. The 8 joins right over here through the 7th gate, joining the left and the right to where it stands right now. I'm going to just do the upper area. So what you saw here is now over here. See that 8? That 8 joins the 2 houses together. The eternal link through the 7th gate. I just want to take a little break and look back at everything I've shared right now so I can come back and fully explain this a little bit clearer for those who don't understand. I'm having, imagine 20 years learning this stuff, but yet still trying to teach myself how to share the information. Many say, what is the pertinence of this? It's a game. I want to have fun. You want to see things, what games talk about, what words say, what the alphabet is saying through the game, this cube, Rubik's Cube, through words themselves. What is the word? Well, what is a letter, a character, a connection? When you break the 45-degree angle, okay, you've broken the house. That's it. You can't break the 45-degree angle. It breaks the code. You've gone into another cell. You can only split the cell in 4, but actually you can only split it in 2 before you split the other part of the cell. That is in a flat dimension. I cannot cross one pen through the other pen unless I chip away at this and I chip away at this and I create CC, creating that flat, perfect connection between the two. Then I put that one eye, which is the bolt, and now that bolt can work between the between the two sides. Wow, I just lost everything I was thinking. I need a 2-3 minute break. Actually, let's all take 4 minutes. Have I been here 10 minutes yet? Man, you talk a lot. What do you mean I talk a lot? And you don't shut up. Not 1 minute. Not 1 minute. The only one in silence, whoop, right into my head. I must be the commander, right? Is that, they're making a lot of fun about this guy out there, Leon, the commander or something. As a guy, I just want to bring this up just to let you know that no matter what you see on the internet, this window, okay, it's as real as you want to believe in it. Hello, Ma, happy anniversary. Yeah, I remember. You've been telling me for 60 years. Okay, now, if it's a lie, it's a lie. I don't know. Every June 4th, I call you, happy birthday. Oh, and it's Elon Musk Day today because both the word Elon and Musk is 4664, also representing Jacob's ladder. In the house of the skies, I roam. Why do I roam the skies? Jerusalem. Salem, okay, comes from the other side of Abraham, right? In the streets, I sail. Jerusalem. In the streets, I sail. They're laughing at us. Just give me a second. I dropped something that's really, really funny. It's really, really funny. It's really, really funny what I dropped. Once I flip this backwards, I might just go for the 3-point play. It's just too funny. Or wait a second. Or is it the letter E? I mean, is this short arm in the center showing me that there's a doorway or a separation or something, in the letter E? How do you see the letter E? Or can we see I don't know. Or can it be the whale? I don't know, swimming away. No idea. Just found that on the floor somehow in this apartment that I've been for 20 years. Never seen it before. Maybe it's watching me. How can we do that? I don't know. So there's some people out there showing all kinds of stuff just to make you feel, that you should help out. You know what? You want to help somebody out? If you really think somebody is in long distance trouble, that you should go across the country to help out, and there's nobody there, then there's something wrong. Unless somebody can put that camera up live speaking, okay, in the room, with documentation, it's all about satisfying your own self. You feel sorry within yourself for somebody else because you believe their story, right? What is the question, right? Am I not being nice now? I'm just talking about the truth. That's what's going on out there. Nice, not nice. You do what you want. Not my business, right? Have I ever given away meals before and stuff? Sure. Somebody on the side of the street looking, I didn't care whether they were drinking or doing anything. If they were hungry, there's the meal. I went in, here's a meal. When I could afford it, I was able to do it. I did it. But to go out and to do anything else, cross crunchy, all these things, and then you'll say, well, what about you? You're selling yourself on here. Who, me? Who, me? Well, yeah. So listen, for all those who are trying to scam everybody, I need these pens. These are I don't like these. I rather have the Atlantis 1.6. I also like the 1.4. But I don't like the pens that run, but I like these, and I don't mind these, but I don't know what are these, 1.2. Anyways, I can use, I don't know, 1.3 to 1.6 or 1.2 to 1.6. I like the velocity. I like these books here. Okay, actually, it's this one here. 40 pages. Well, both sides. That's 80. So yeah, that's what I can really use. That's what I can really use. Oh, and what, the rent? The rent? I don't know what they're talking about. I don't rent anything. The apartment? It's not mine. Oh, the entities. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to put on a song. I'm going to look back at what everybody says. Then we're going to jump back on to where I was, because usually I forget, but I marked most of it down. I'm going to explain everything I spoke about. And even before I speak about it, you probably all forget. Maybe you didn't. I should give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to explain the cube and the calculator and the alphabet, and how the Sumerian or Anunnaki and that round of 13 name days, and the 13 moons cycling with the 7 days, how that fits into our alphabet, the 4 suits in the deck of cards, September 29th, the 273rd day, how that all fits in, right? Because it all locks in together. It's like sewing it all up numerically. You know what I'm saying? There's a ton of association and understanding. If you're trying to figure out where does 13 come from, if you say to me you want 7, I'll give you 7. But at the same time, if you want the opposite of 7, it's 13. If you want the opposite of 9, it's 11. If you play the game of chess, what do the chess pieces say to us? What does the chess board say to us? How come Sudoku only has 81 area space, yet only a certain number of lines will add up to what is 15? I can take the whole Sudoku book and turn all the numbers around by one simple method. I'm going to show it to you because I want to. Now I'm going to break for 5 minutes. Can't get this computer to go. Yeah, and if you want to help and support my 20 years at this, and I'll be going for another until I can't say till I lose my hair. I'll be going till my last breath. That's where I'm not going to say I'm going to my last breath. I'm going to go as far as my last breath takes me within this realm. So we spoke right at the beginning about Aries and Bélier. Okay, not all zodiac signs change the first letter. It's important. Okay, basic things between languages for no good reason or for good reason, that when they took a word out of one language, to take from the French language to bring it to the English language to say Aries, to take it from the Aries in the English language to take it to the French language and saying Bélier. Why did we change A for B? Why did we take Taurus and almost leave it the same? Gémeaux, Gemini. Then we have Cancer. Then we have Leo. Then we have, we bump into another one, right? This is what Libra. Libra, okay, is balance. So what we have is the Aries, the first zodiac sign, and the first enemy sign, okay, are now noted to be also exchanging of letters, one of the first to exchange the letters between them. And they change houses. So we have this and that. And then we have, what do we have next? We have Scorpio, and we have Scorpio. And then we have Sagittarius, and we have Sagittaire. And then we have Capricorn. And now we get to the 11th zodiac sign. We have Aquarius. And in French, we have Verseau. So they've changed it again in Aquarius. Right? They changed this here. Libra, okay. Now we're going to go to the last zodiac sign, which is Pisces. And I forget what they call it. I think they, how do you say Pisces in French? Poisson. So poisson is a fish, and they swim in schools. And number 12 is 3 times 4 equals to 12, and 4 times 3 equals to 12. It's also 2 times 6 equals to 12, and 6 times 2 equals to 12. In order to equal to 12, Aquarius can be 1.2 times 10 equaling to 12, which is what is 5 times 40 equals to 2. Yeah, I just need the single digit out of it. So if I go 140%, okay, of 5, okay, I am going to equal to 7. But if I take 40% of what is 5, I will get 2. I will add 2 over to the 10 zodiac sign, bringing Aquarius over into Pisces, into Poisson, which is the fish, into Pisces. I forget why I did that. I needed to create 22, okay, for the 1/4 of the constellations in the upper house, which is going to be 9 and 1, and 9 and 2, and 9 and 3. And then once you get the 3, what happens is things change on 3, because we had an association between 1 and 2 coming together. We create 3. 3 is a corridor. That corridor runs through 4, and 4 partakes in 3 worlds. We have the 4 corners of 6. We have the 4 corners of 5, and it runs the corner of 3, the upper and lower case. I never need to spin this cube all the way around, only because once you spin this cube 3 times, I've done everything. I'm just going to go back and forth from A, B, C, because the 3 runs its way all the way through the 4th house. There's only one area space. So I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to take the messages now. I'm going to answer them now. Then I'm going to come back and finish everything I've done. Just give me 1 second. The nickel, the dime, driving double nickel. I can't even spell it. Spell me nickel. Nickel. Oh yeah, the other stuff I really like, this, my favorite. Yes, I don't like to waste. Yes, I don't like the plastic. Yes. The system is going to be fixed. 176 nations. There's got to be one good thing hidden everywhere, right? In order to balance it out. Once we're finished with these words and understanding where we are, right? We won't be scared anymore. Scared of this and scared of that. Scaredy. Oh man, we're scared of everything. And you know what it is? You and me, we're all the same. We're all the same. We all go to work every single day. Maybe we all have a different job. Maybe I don't have to leave my house. You know what I'm saying? But why? Why are we afraid? Don't you know you're going to have nothing anyways? Don't you see it? Don't you see where we're going? You know what's funny? Could I have made my life any different? Or have I created this situation all by myself to be here in this situation I am to share with you because I don't like the situation I am and I want more? Well, I'll tell you what I want is I really want less. You know what I'm saying? I want less. And you know what I want less of? I want less of the I. I go to the corner. I said, don't worry about it. I said, the camera will remember. Hey, we'll call the pit boss. Hey, pit boss. Yeah, I'm standing on the corner here in New York City on 42nd Street. Yeah, I just dropped something. Did you see it? I mean, you'll never lose anything. We got lost and found. The camera system is set up for lost and found to protect you. From who? Who's doing all this plotting? Do you know who's doing all this plotting? Only in the movies. Have you seen what the movies have shared with us? Roadrunner, if he catches you, you're through. I'm trying to think. Is Roadrunner the internet? You know, if we catch up with the Roadrunner, right? What does the Roadrunner represent? You know, I'm going to show you what the Roadrunner represents. The television, the rabbit. Bugs Bunny also took the Roadrunner position. Do you know the R and the B, they're in the same house? It's the internet network. This. How in the world does a protractor represent Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny? How in the world? Hey, call the doctor. Yeah. You know, so I was at the hospital in the institute where the men have stalls. You know what I'm saying? Up here, a little bit of problem up here, and there was a garbage can that the word was rubbed out, and it said a place where monkeys dip their heads on it. It said singe souillé. It means more or less the monkey, and souillé is like a wet towel. So that's what it said. It's in one of my links on my page. And right away I says, oh my God. You see, we have to understand, the thing is, we don't want to burn out the neurons, right? In the game we play, we don't want to burn out the neurons, right? You don't want to burn this thing out, our connection. So what do we need connecting to the monkeys? What do we need of them, right? Because it's incoming. It's incoming. Okay, okay. I was thinking. It was an incoming thought. As I thought of something, where's it coming from? And so where do I get these terminologies? Well, I saw it on TV. So Roadrunner, so what it is that when you're running, when you're creating, right? Am I starting here with this? Where am I starting with this? Where is this going? Am I going to be going all the way to here with this? No, because it could be like this, right? So the thing is we just choose one area space, okay, here, and I just spin around. Now, once I go halfway, that's the letter R, okay? Halfway. Halfway to a circle, okay, is the letter R. Now, when I do this twice, see, I don't know if this is going to work. I didn't want to go on to this. I wanted to do something else, right? So let me see if this works for myself. So I have this here, and then I can move this anywhere, and then I would have this here. I just want to see what's going to happen here. The B shows me dimensions. What I was going to say is that the one side, I can't see. So far, so good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do that. And now, we can say we have the letter B. Or what we can do is we can start the word over here, right? And we can say we have the letter R. if I stop the word here. Or what I can do is I can stop the word here, right? Let me show it to you the other way if I want, or I can show it to you this way, whichever way you want, because I can start the word. You see this over here? Boy, we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do this one. I'm going to do that one, right? And then when I do that one, so we get the letter R here. So when you see this, all this is, it's R, 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 R. Now, the other way to do this is there's a break point, right? There's a break point, and the break point, let me see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The break point is going to end up doing this. And then it's either going to go this way, and if we reflect it, it goes this way. When that happens, you see the area space here? That's a heart zone, or I call it a seagull. The only way to run down is to move this way. There are other ways to do it. You can also, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this law right now, on the edge, okay, on the edge, according to the game of Monopoly, okay, all edges are too high, like that. Do you follow me what too high is? The game of Monopoly, the corners look like this. The properties will then look like this. This will be go, and this will be, let's say, boardwalk, and this will be the Mediterranean. So this takes up a 2x1 area space. This takes up a 2x2 area space, 3 and 4, and this is your corridor. When you get to the train tracks, over here, right? We have go, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we take this 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. This is the 7th area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th area. It's the 7th area. Why is that? Because this here counts for 2. So once you start here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when you count here, the area space, when you move up, counts for 2. And then when you arrive here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If there's one area around it, okay, and then around that, in this area here, that's one area. Call that area 169. Call this area over here 168 to 89. Call this area over here 1/2 88. Let's start over. There are 88 area spaces that go around here in Monopoly. Then over here, there's going to be what is 80 spaces. And then this way is 1. So what we're going to do is, I don't like what that looks like. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this. 1 and 8 and 16, 24 and 32 and 16, 32 and 40. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. One, 8 and 16 and 24 and 32. The 40 and 48 equals to 88. This one over here is 56, 66, 72, 80 equals to 81 and 88 for the constellations. Constant Venus square. Rotation of Rubik's Cube. This is not an E, that's an E. So yeah, we got to take a break. I am like, this is hot. Whew. We got to take a teeny weeny little break over here, see what's going on, see what the questions are. I have to answer these questions. I need a little water. Okay, I'm flipping my. Oh no, I'm okay. I'm going to do all these. I'm going right back to the beginning. I'm looking at everything that happened here from the beginning. Wow. Yeah, so like I said before, there's been somebody out there called Commander Leon. They say he's a hoax. They say he can't remove anything in your body. And I'll tell you one thing, anybody who believes somebody can do something and it brings the goodness to your heart, you know, that's fine. But anybody who's a fraud and ripping you off is not fine. So don't fall so easy to every source. We have to be, this is what's happening. I feel it. We're becoming cold, right? We're becoming cold. Some of us want more precise answers. We want references. Thank you for the hat, much appreciated. We want references. Without reference, what good is the one's word? Why are we so afraid to give reference? Who do we owe this reference to? Anybody who joins this channel deserves to have reference. Why should you be here if I make everything up? I only want to share what will awaken everybody and bring us to the harmonious truth, knowing the difference that this entire planet, the story I tell, tells this story. I do not know if HX is here. I do not know what black magic is. I will have to write that down. Magic, MAGIC. I see that often. The I before, okay, when you have a GIC, that's a guaranteed, I think, investment certificate. It ends with certificate, therefore it's eternal. Eternal ends in AL. Because when you say Kate, anything to do with ficate, vacate, you know, it's the V is the in between, is the, hold on. The V is what is the base of the F. 11 times 2, what is 3 times 2? ABC. 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3. We go to the corridor, 9 times 4, 36. Everything is now played from inside the house. The cube is finished. Like I mentioned before, there are 6 sides, and every single side of this cube I have in my hand, no matter what you see, will be 9. Every side, and there are 6. You know what's funny about the cube? That if I chopped off the corners on each one, okay, I will have how many more flat surfaces? I'm going to have 8 more flat surfaces. So how many more corners, right? I'm not going to get into that because I don't even know what it is, the answer. It's going to be the octagon besides that. When you create a diamond, if you create a diamond, you create 3 and 3. There's 2 diamonds you can create. You can create a 3 and 3 or a 4 and 4. Well, you can create more, okay? But the corridor of it is 3 and 4. That's the corridor. It's funny, we have 10, so why 3 and 4? Well, the reverse of what 3 and 4 is 7 and 6, okay? Which will be 7 and 7 and 6 and 6. Where do I get that? I will explain it on the cube. And I got to take a couple of minute break. I think we all need a break. Thank you for being here. Let's see where I am. Automaze, join, HX, say hi to everybody. Hi. Are you doing black magic? No. I'm not doing nothing. Just doing, I'm chilling. We see we've got Big Hub Hub. We've got Kisses. We've got Kate. How you doing, Silent Kate? Yeah, let me see. What does it say for hosts? Invite. Quick invites. Co-hosts with a recommended creator to make new friends. Invite. Alien T. I'm just not one to do that. I don't know why I'm like shy to like go out there. Shandy TV 36 live with guests. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to do that after the break. I'm going to give Shant TV a shout out. I think they talk about whether Earth is flat or not. Like, I really wouldn't. There's so many situations. I still have to continuously study that word gravity, flat, rounds. I have to study those words to learn. Yeah, so I'm going to take a 5-minute break. And I'm going to just put on a song. I'm going to see if I still have my. Yeah, I got to explain to you this monkey. Again, the monkey number 83. It's also the 9 zodiac sign. So why do they call for a monkey if it's the 9th zodiac sign? Right? What about Capricorn? What does that mean? And for another thing, A and B equals to C. So I have to understand that because there's a chance that you see 9, the monkey cannot exist, okay, without having the support from the rat, the monkey and the rat. Okay, the monkey, I'm going to see if this works out. I need the rat involved in this. And now I need, oh boy, I need the goat. And then I'm going to have to associate what is, give me a second, the ox. And we're going to take number 7. That's the horse. And now we're going to take the tiger is number 4. And we're going to take 2 tigers. Tiger times, oh no, tiger and the dragon. D and T. Tiger and dragon. Yeah, the D is 2 times what is B. 2 times, sorry. That was an exact replica. You took it. Did you take it? Why am I asking you such a silly question? I've been sitting here all along and you don't move. You're a fake snake. You're only inside my head, splitting my judgment upon the choice I have to make. Putting up with myself every single day, whether I look in the mirror or not. When I close my eyes, it's me. When I open my eyes, it's me. Unless you confront me, thank God I'll forget all about me and think of others, because just thinking about what I got to do, oh my God, so much to do, so much to think. You think I should think for myself first? I take the first breath, so think of yourself first. Why are you sticking your tongue out at me? Why does the snake have a red tongue? Yellow belly for the soul? What is the green? What does that represent? There's a reason, okay, they were selling millions of these that worked. It worked. I think these are, what do they call these again? These are the Beanie Babies. BB, Beanie Babies, Annie, Eenie. Okay, we're going on break. Where's that song? Okay, mister. Who do we want to listen to? What do I like? I asked ChatGPT, I go, what do I do? ChatGPT wrote me a song. I hope I didn't lose it. Let me see this over here. Ta 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 no ta 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 ta. Okay, okay. What do you want to hear? My God. Do you want to hear the tax man? Yeah. They take a cut
work all day. Skim a little more when you get your pay. Call it income, call it fair, but I see hands everywhere. Sales tax when I buy my food, property tax on the house I choose, carbon tax on the air I breathe. They even tax the land and sea. Oh, the taxman's game, the taxman's song. They take a little bit all year long, from the east to the west, from the poor to the best. They got their hands deep in our pockets, no rest. Yeah. They tax your car, they tax your land. They tax your dreams, they tax your plans. Tax on dividends, tax on rent, tax on dollars already spent. The IRS and the Cray, they take their share, they make you pay. T5 forms and credits due. Protection B, just more red tape for you. Oh, the taxman's game, the taxman's song. They take a little bit all year long, from the east to the west, from the poor to the best. They got their hands deep in our pockets, no rest. They tax your car, they tax your land. They tax your dreams, they tax your plans. Tax on dividends, tax on rent, tax on dollars already spent. The IRS and the Cray, they take their share, they make you pay. T5 forms and credits due. Protection B, just more red tape for you. Oh, the taxman's game, the taxman's song. They take a little bit all year long, from the east to the west, from the poor to the best. They got their hands deep in our pockets, no rest. They say it's roads, they say it's schools, they say it's healthcare bending rules. The loopholes come for the ones in suits, while we pay up in worn out boots. Oh, the taxman's game, the taxman's song. They take a little bit all year long, from the east to the west, from the poor to the best. They got their hands deep in our pockets, no rest.
Okay, so now we're going to put on something else to soothe my mind. Soma Radio, open the player. I like Soma Radio. Right? I like this space over here. Oh, no, one over here. Yeah, one of my friends showed me this, and what is so important? What is so important about that vibration? What is so important about the dream? What is so important about the vibration? Why do those who call themselves the child of the flower? What flower? Are they referring to the flower of life? Hallucinations. People whom have said to take trips. It's trippy. Has anybody ever watched Cheech and Chong? Has anybody ever heard or seen? There's a misinterpretation and usage of words, an association of words, which are an association of the alphabet, which is an association or characterization of what is the connection of an area space between dots and dashes, using the dots, the dash, and breaking the angle of the fox. I said of fox. The only thing missing with of is X for fox. Would you like to come up? Do you have something to ask me? Do you have something to share? What I am sharing with you right now is irrelevant. What you want to know, as per your question, is more relevant than anything I can tell you in the next 20 minutes. So it was said, Mr. Tackpan's number one. Do you want to know about number one, or would you like to tack my pants? Or is that a stack on the tack? Is it panning out? Is it a snap? So when I think of snap, I think of turtles and I think of going slow. So Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner, for me, is what happens with the protractor. You get to go around all the way, and then they use the words diameter and they use perimeter. They use circumference. The interference. What does he speak? Why does he say it? What is he saying? What is the act? I'll tell you what the act is. This guy ain't real. This Mr. Tacky Pantsy here, yeah, he ain't real. Let's check out Mr. Tackman's 2006 or 2000 and definitely 210. Because if we go to this over here, this is me, April 24th, 2010. It's my 15th year. 15th year here. Get your motor running, get up on the highway. The energy going from this side to this side to this side to this side. Yet we need to keep the balance. How do we keep the balance of that energy? What is it? Is it my heart? My belief within my game when the robots, right? And the robots in the game, how will my robots breathe in the game I create? If I created a game in Roblox, how would my robot breathe? Would it breathe with every step it takes? Will we see how much energy it uses, but turn it into the breath, turn it into the oxygen to see how it runs, how the oxygen goes through? And then as the robot decides to think, we see how much energy it takes, just like when you get into a car. Let's discuss. The time is now. My mind is open. When it's open, I can think. When it's not open, I can't think. Just an excuse. I don't know. I don't like to think of it. I'm just so happy that this is year 20. Year 20. Year 20. And I couldn't wait for this day to come. I couldn't wait for 2020 to come for me in 2025. The 25th letter in the alphabet is Y. Y25, T20 equals to 45. Where are we right now? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals to 45. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 7 is 28, plus 8 is 36, plus 9 is 45. Divided by 5 equals to 5. The average is 5. The average because we live in the E worlds. We add on the S because there is more. It is plural. It becomes 519. Okay, the birth in the house of Mars. Birth. The house, okay, is Mars. It's the quarter house. Earth is the Trinity. (72, 86). 70 is the mother to the house of 86 at the seventh gate. 7 and 2, we need to get 1 inside of 2. When we get 1 inside of 2, what happens? Not me. This is not me. Nothing to do. Yes, in my game. This is my game. Okay, so yes, it's all me, right? It's all me, right? So in my game, look at that. I got 1. You want to check this out? Check what I do. I added 3. Now check what I'm going to do on this side. I added another 3. I got 3 and 3. See these corners, right? Why don't we just square them off? Those are 3 empty spaces, 1 between 2. When you take this one over here, we're going to look at this one here. Now take a check what we're going to do. Hold on a second. Let me use the... Okay. I'd love these Castle pens. I know they're expenses. Oh man, I would like to have an orange, a red, a yellow, a navy blue, a light blue. Oh my God. Let's color. Let's go back to where it all began in the truth. Let's bring the colors, the Mayan, the rusty old Harley Davidson rust bucket. You know, it's an old dust bucket. It's rusting. Well, where do you think it is? The pylons in the construction. That's where the Mayans go back to. The Sumerians, the Anunnakis, right? Who cares what you call them? Those are all the clues, right? How do you hide the truth? Is it all in the water? Who said that? Who said it's in the water? Who said it? Who said what? Who says what? Oh, it's in the water. You know what water? Water is memory. Oh, no, it's music. Music is memory. Can't we get together and try to look just like for me? I don't care what you guys say, right? As long as you're saying opposites, I want to observe to see the difference. So what you can see is that we have 3 areas here, 1 here, 3 here. What it is this center area is going to be an encompassment. What's going to happen? I'll do the art a little bit better so you'll see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. Just give me a second. I'm trying to see. There's only one card I want to find. I don't know who holds it. Man, you're doing this 20 years. You ain't no good. Oh, I can't use that. You see, look on the sword. Look what they did to that sword. It wraps around, it wraps around, it wraps around. Is it showing the suns, the moons? You see the cufflinks? Okay, you see the way the cufflinks go? On one side, you see 4 areas indented, the other side 2. The other side, you see 3 out and 3 out, right? That area, that's the same thing as the B and R coming together. You see the way under the chin, okay, the point over here, okay, is an unfinished line. The flat area over here, it needs to go around. The only way to go around this means I can split this card right over here in half here, and then I can split it in half here. So this piece over here, okay, is the piece that unites the 2 sides according to the division here and here. And you can see the way it's a block. It comes out this way, it runs down this way, and then it finishes off down here. You see the block movement in this? See the hat? Automatic because of this, it's one part of a hexagon. It's a straight area. But I want to find the king. I'm looking for the king. You know the jack, there are 6 eyes. Jack represents number 6. Queen, 8 eyes. Do you know the queen represents the day and the night? Day and night. Day and night. Day and night. Day and night. Ask me why. 2 and 2, 4. 2 and 2, 4. 2 and 2, 4, even though it's the same card. No, they're the same card. Hold on a second. So what it is all the queens, okay, possess 2 and 2. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So they're all 2 and 2. So you have 8 and 8, you have 16. So 8 and 8 is 16. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals 16 and 8, 24 for the 24 hours in the day in the Trinity, ruled by the 12 zodiac signs. Where is the 13th zodiac sign? Does it have anything to do with these two? The 11th and the 13th card? 11K, 13M, MK, MKU, MKU, 12th card, 17th letter. 17th letter, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. Okay, dividing at the gates of the house. Why? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8. Man, there's so much to teach. So much to teach to validate what I speak. I feel like the words are not getting out. I have to rectify the way I share what I do. I'm backing up a step. Pieces and parts. Aries and Sagittarius. First and last. Fire, fire. Aquarius has come to put out the fire. How is that possible? How is Aquarius, an air sign, coming to put out the fire? Can somebody answer me that? If you want to know what I'm looking for, what I really like to find, I like to find somebody who has the ability to create me something in Roblox that we can turn this into a game so that everybody can get this into their house and play it for whatever it costs. Nothing. If it's for free, it's for free. Otherwise, from that, what we're going to do is we're going to have our own cheats. And what the cheats will do, I'll explain it to you, is every time there's something new, we put it into the game for free. All we have to do is make sure, okay, that everybody's getting fed, right? And I'd like to be doing this from the islands, seriously. I want to be where the heart is, you know. I want to be on an island. I'm on an island, but I don't want to be on a big island. I want to be like on a small island where the teachers are, you know? Haiti, Jamaica, you know? Somebody was telling me the other day that, do you know who actually created everything you do? And they told me the name of this was um, Kemet. 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 At the beginning of this, I said Jerusalem, Jerusalem. You know, the end of the word salam, okay, backwards to an English person can go malas, okay, which can also say uncomfortable. But when you say salam, S-A, okay, the L in the center and then A-M, it's the S-A, okay, at the beginning, okay, or Allah is between the S and the M, but there's not two L's. I'm not too sure which way to look at that, or that would be the God within us, in our creation, the proton, the electron, the neutron, right? That is our basic of the creation, right? And then comes the body. All you need to do is install the web. What do you mean install the web? Yeah. You mean number 71? Pisces? No. So you're talking about Virgo 71. No, not Virgo 71. So, oh no. You mean, oh yeah, you're going to the bank. Yeah. SP, okay, ERM, that's right. Number 71. The sperm and the egg. Okay, we got the communication center. We're all getting ready here. And we've got a getting ready for takeoff. We're getting ready. It's building up there. Okay. Okay, NASA. Oh, I don't see nothing. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got the head of NASA getting ready there. Woohoo! Oh, man. I can feel that blast off now. I can feel it. Oh, yeah, NASA. 20. My time. Mine is counting. 20, 10, 9. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow. Wow. Woohoo! We're off in space now. Oh, I've never been here before. Oh, wow, there's lots of us now. We all broke loose. We're all trying to get ahead of the other one. That's how we're getting into the space. Woo, look, there she is. There she is. I see the moon. She's hanging out there. I'm going to get there first. Oh, look, I see the donut hole. I'm going to make a flip inside, become the outside. I'll be the center of everything, and I'll put up my shield, and I'll knock all the others away. So we have donuts. The beginning of life was the donut. There was nothing there until I got there, and I flipped it upside down, and then I was the center of the heavens that surround me. And then on the 91st day was the breath. Within the womb, 7 times 13 equals to 91. 4 cubics had passed. 4 by 21 equals to 84, or 3 by 28 equals to 84. 3 Earth moons passing, 4 Mars moons in rotation of, ta-da, the cube. See, what it is there's never going to be more than 2 poles. 1 pole, and then the pole on the 5 right over here. There's going to be one up there. The one up there, you can see the one down there. There's nothing here. I just wrote that in. There's going to be 3 poles, 3 heads. The 2 and the 7 run together within the same house. That is your 7th gate. The one we spoke about right here. Right over here. This is going to have an association between the letters B and E and G and D. Be God. Okay, I shouldn't have wrote this out yet. Excuse me for that. And what happens to this word? 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals to 10, and 7 equals to 17. The funny thing about this is in French, right, they're going to say the letter J in exchange for the letter G in sounds, and these are those numbers. There's another association with 10. The first combination that creates 10 would be 1 and 9 to most, with 2 numbers. But within the house, the halfway house, it's A, B, C, and D. Sorry, not the halfway house. Okay, the mirrored house. A, B, C, and D. Should I make a block of 4? A block of 4. When the block of 4 gets split, it looks like this. This gets split apart. One of them goes here, one goes here, one goes here, one goes here. Here they are. Inside of here, you also have an A, B, C, D, and E. Now, the question is, if this area space was null and void and nothing was there, I could not create this in this design. I would have to choose another design. But within this design, it shows you that one area space is 4, and this cross is going to fit into here, joining all the islands together. And this will be the operations, right? But these are not going to be the letters. These numbers here will be replaced with the numbers that are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the smaller of this is a 2 by 2 area. In the one over here, it's a 3 by 3 area. So this is 9, this is 4, number 49. 51 and 49 equals to 100%. The number 2 and number 7 is 9. Number 5 and number 4 is 9. 5 and 2 is 7. So what is this? Is that this face, all the opposites, right, to what equals to 7 is always going to be 11. For instance, 2 and 7 is 9. 5 and 4 is 9. What would 6 go with? Six and 3 equals to 9. 2 and 7 equals to 9. 1 and 8 equals to 9. See this 1 and 6? That equals to the same 7 as the 2 and 5 equals to 7. The result was 11. Well, if the result of 6 and 1 equals to 7, then the result of 8 and 3 should equal to 11. And it does. The monkey joins the mental in the halfway house in the game. The roadblocks, bringing the matter and energy. Mars and Earth, understanding what the alphabet is all about, what can be seen or done. Everybody says W and M. No, it's W or M. There's a difference. There's a few differences. The M is the 13th letter. The W is a ring up. Why do I say it's a ring up? It's the 23rd letter. It goes up by 10. It's on another level. It's not in the same level. It completes another level. If it should join and want to stay equal with the M, it would move halfway between the two, 5 and 5. And then they would have to join at a heart position because of the numbers 10. The complete association of what is 10 is when you count all the way from 1 to 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So it means you can start from this end at 1 and count this way, or this end at 1 and count this way. You repeat yourself on this end. So it's a replica. When you come back to yourself, it's a replica. Unlike 1 and 2 do this, 4 and 5 do this, 7 and 8 do this. The 3 and the 6 do not do this. And the 9 is everywhere. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. There are none. Anybody like to come up, ask me any questions? Okay, so the next one was the 4 and the 5 equals to 9. And what was I going to do? Yes. Yes. Okay. The 3 and the 6 equals to 9. So what you had is your 3 and 4 is 7. Your 1 and 6 is 7. Your 2 and 5 is 7. When you have 2, 5, 7, you have 7, 4, 11. When you have 6, 1, 7, you have 3, 8, 11. When you have 4, 3, 7, you have 5, 6, 11. 7 comes 11. This is the transformation on this cube. Now, when you want to transform from 9 into 11, we have to run the association. Associate the moons of Mars and Earth. There are a lot of moons. And thousands and thousands and thousands of books that were written telling us about different periods of time, whether they exist or they do not in your perspective. In my perspective, they are a period of time in the story. The word, I didn't put history, right? His story. I should have just put 8 and 9 in here for 17. What is 8 and 9? The 8th letter and the 9th letter. I wasn't thinking of talking about that. In the deck of cards, I'm just going to tell you what they say. I don't have the excitement in me right now. It's hard to stay high on every single story. You know what I'm saying? And being the H, I, and G and H, what is the association of G and H or P and H, right? Or PH and I? Just tell you right now, put it down in your books, the power of the Christ and the gateway by the Vatican. When they opened up the Jubilee doors, something to do in honor of the moons, they had to show us the picture. The doors themselves had a representation of 88, purple. It meant power. Okay, it meant power of the constellations, meant power of the Christ. Okay, number 77, 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Okay, and that's in the E world. Okay, that's like when I showed you this design, or this design, or that design, or I don't know which design. Could have been any design. Oh, Fred Astaire, don't stare at me. There it is. Into the E world. This way or that way. And then we get the numbers. You know what I like also? I like 1, 2, 3. I just like to look at this as the picnic table. What is this over here? This is breaking Fox 45. This is breaking the E world. What does that mean? In the second range, okay, in the fixed signs of the zodiac, in Taurus, in Leo, in Scorpio, and in Aquarius. 2, 5, and 8. 3 times 2 equals to 6. The sixth letter, F. 3 times 5 equals to 15. The 15th letter, O. 3 times 8, 24. The 24th letter, X. Fox. The total is 45. The reverse of Fox is what is C, L. No. The reverse of Fox is what is 3. Okay. Yes, the opposite way. Okay. And 39 and 33. So the equality of both worlds, okay, come together in this combination. Do you remember 3 and 4 equals 7, 6 and 5 equals to 11? This is 2, 5, and 8. This is all about number 3. This is all about number 6. It takes 1 between 2 to equal to 3, where the 1 joins the above 3 to the below 3. Number 27, the money house, the brown house, the house of bait, 1 between 2 that controls the gate. So when I speak about the 8 in one way is in representation of 6. It's either an interference, an interruption, or a connection between this side and this side, or this area zone here and this connecting zone over here, right? This is a continuous. 2 areas, 1 area coming together. And you can also look at these hearts that they can be folded. But anyways, the hearts represent the constellations. And the King of Diamonds at the same time. Just going to add that in, right? So what we do, 1 heart, well, I could have did this, and then did this, and then did this. And if I did that, I can just say my jack has a top to it because it's part of the other side. So now this, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take and I'm going to create 2 upside down hearts on each other, creating this over here. And if they're done properly, okay, my question comes, if they're done properly, can I set up 4 loading docks over here? That's my question. And then once I do that, I can set up 2 loading docks here, right? And then I have 1 here and 1 here and 1 here and 1 here and 1 here. And I can put a loading dock here and a loading dock here. Okay. I'd like to make this art a little better, but I'm just doing it quick. Okay, you need 2 more loading docks. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm a little off there, eh? I'm a little off there, kitty. I can't get, maybe I can join all those together, and get all those over there. And maybe it's all because of the masters of the constellation that build a construct. You have to have a core, right? The plane don't take off unless it has a, here, let me give you a good one. Okay, let's pretend this, okay? You have no challengers. Nothing's happening. No challengers. There you go. You take off into the winds, not with the wind. It's a funny word. Wind. to think about that, because win is a word created by 72. 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. 9 plus 14 equals to 23. So that W and the N and the 2 and the 7 equals to what is B, okay? And B and G equals to I, and you create the word win. Now, it qualifies. I need to have 3 letters to qualify. If I'm going to make up another story, I'm going to use it in a different context. Why I said that is, as I play this game, there's different ways to understand the numbers. I'm still not fully fluent with everything. But what I do play by is this cube, okay, as a 9 area space. 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and the area dot in the center has a space above and a space below, equaling to 9. This is 9. Well, actually, if you look at it, it's 4, 8, 12, right? 4, 8, 12. You got a 3. You see that? They added on a rib. Look at that. They added on a rib. It's 12. So it's just like roulette. It's just like we're going to take another break for 2 seconds. It's just like, where is that? Yeah, it's just like the floor. Can we see that floor? Yeah, so it's like the floor. Not like the ceiling. I don't know. How about the wall? It also says hi. Yeah. That wall, did you know that wall says hi Q? We didn't finish with that word. Man, I talk so much. Oh, cool. Give me a minute. I want to go see something. Yeah, okay. Wow, I got a little sleepy there for a second. Just trying to set something up. Okay, so yeah, give me just 1 minute. I had a little bit of that juice. Yes, I'm going to put on a song. How about that? Okay, I like this one. Break time!
Alright, here's a cosmic rock ballad rooted in your question. A tale of zodiac splits, fiery forces, love, logic, and celestial conflict. Think tribal drums, electric guitar, and a deep cosmic hum pulsing through it. I am the ram, I charge through the gate. Born in fire, ruled by Mars, I challenge fate. But there's two of me now, I feel the divide. One wants the sword, one opens wide. In the house of Venus, I met my twin. We both seek peace, but where do we begin? Split the wheel, 6 and 6, or 4 and 4, or 3 by 4, just like before. Is it love through war or calm through flame? We fight for peace in different names. Aries to Aries, a mirror soul in Venus Hall. We see control. Oh, the dragon roars, the ram will rise. The stars align beneath purple skies. I ride the archer's bow, truth in my aim. With Jupiter's wisdom, I light the flame. I see the battle, I read the scrolls, but truth alone can burn through soul. Aries, your war is bold and bright, but freedom seeks the gentler light. And I, the goat, I climb through time with Saturn's steps. I draw the line, order and structure, the stone and the law. I see the chaos and name the flaw. Peace must last, not just ignite. I build the mountain in the night. From the sun I blaze, I'm Leo the flame. Heart of the pride, I claim no shame. Love is a stage, but honor is king. Without the heart, what peace can you bring? Aries, remember it's not just might, it's love that makes the fire bright. Split the wheel, spin the fate. 12 signs dancing through the gate. Is it 8 times 1 and a half, or 4 times 3, or 3 by 4 in symmetry? Capricorn holds, Sagittarius flies, Leo burns with solar eyes, Aries divides, but both still care. In Venus house, beware, beware. Venus watches silent and deep. The dragon coils, the ram can't sleep. 12 signs shimmer, 1 circle hold. A war for peace, the eternal goal. From Mars to Earth, from love to code. The algorithm chooses the narrow road. Peace or passion, structure or flame. All paths lead home, just not the same. If you want, I can break down what each sign represents in this song. Their relationships, rulers, and deeper meanings in this cosmic battle. Want to dive deeper into that? Alright, here's a cosmic rock. You should.
One more song and
Draft of your song, blending your thoughts into a rhythmic and lyrical form. What do I want to know? Tick tock, the clock never stops. Telling me to send hearts, telling me to drop, telling me to share, telling me to sign. Every word checked like the team in my mind. Was it like this 80 years ago? New words, new rules, what do we really know? History whispers, but does it repeat? Or are we just numbers marching to the beat? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? 3 by 3, time turns in its dance. Zodiac shifts. Is it fate or just chance? The chicken lays eggs, the cycle repeats. Numbers and patterns beneath all our feet. Am I old or just wide awake? Are my thoughts too deep or is this all fake? I've heard stories, I've seen the signs. But tell me, have you opened your mind? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? Hi, I'm Mr. Tapaz, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned.
Okay, I know no one's here to listen to my stuff. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's get back to business. Who is still here? Who has just joined us? If you've just joined us now, ask me what you'd like. You know, just ask me what you like. Why are you here? I mean, are you wasting your time? Are you going to learn anything? What are you coming for? What are you here? What are you doing? Right? I mean, this has to be really about everybody. It's not just me. I know that. That's like 10,000%. Without anybody here, who am I? Right? Who's going to take a look at what I've done? Right? Does it mean anything? Is it going to help somebody? Will it help just one person? Will it help many people? Yeah, I just wanted to, I have this plugged in, that plugged in. Do I have any other plugs here? No. Yeah, it's pretty silent out here. So who do we have here? Okay. So Kate, I don't know if you're real or not, but it seems like you've been here a long time, right? I don't know if you're taking notes, so so I also like to ask myself also the 10, right? Because prior to this, I says, but and because, so my Discord has to be understood that how can I be believed if I use certain words in certain contexts, right? So where's my pen? Oh, it's right here. Here, it's this one over here. So, right, so I'm going to do that 10 thing. So I went from 13. Where's that 13? No, not that 13. See, it ends at 12. You want to know what number 13 is? It's 1 in a million. You want to talk about it? Would you like to talk about 1 in a million? Prove me wrong. Let's talk about 1 in a million. Like, ooh, there'd be 999,999 amongst us. I'd be the one pushing through the crowd. If it'd be 1 on 1, it'd be 999,998. But it's not. It's 999. Who are we? 9 is a fire sign. Everybody's Sagittarius. Oh my God, I'm the fire fighting Sagittarius everywhere. I'm the fire. I am 1 in a million. Therefore, 999,999. Prove me wrong. Now, my question is this. If there is 999 and a comma and a 999 and I am 1, what is my position? You see, I know what it is with 13 by 13, right? That's 169. Are those the 13 names? Hold on. Hello, ChatGPT. What is it said around the internet? Like, what's going on? What are the Anunnaki or the Sumerian, the Aztec? What calendar do they run on? Do they run on a Toltec Hab calendar? And what is the breakdown of that calendar, if that's correct? And do they have 13 name days, yet they have a 20 round? Is that what, 7 and 13? Is that what it is? And is there not 13, 13 cards in a suit? And is there not 13 moons in a year? And is it not that the bar mitzvah is at the age of 13? And is it not that 13 by 13 equals to 169 and 14 by 14 is 196? Now, the difference in between them is going to be a connection of what? There's going to be 27 is going to separate them. And 1 and 2 equals to 3, right? Now, so what is 1 and 2 and 3? Well, we all know this. This is where it comes into where 1 goes between 2 equaling to 3. In the 9th house, I need 6 more. So I got 3 and 6. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. I'm 3, you're 6. So what number am I? Well, you're 1 and you're 2 because I'm twice you. Or you're 1 and I'm 0 because I'm complete. 6 is completion to the half-life. It is completion to the half-life, but there is more. There are 6 sides, 9 per face, 54 area space. 54 area space. There is 9 face to a 6 side equals to 54. 3 rows times 3 equaling to 9 times 3 equaling to 27 equals to the cube, also noted to what can be understood as one of the Platonic solid 2160, a hexahedron. 1440 minutes in a day times 1.5 equals to 2160, which is the diameter of the moon, in which is 3 times 720, okay, which is the tetrahedron. There is a lot of information that has been shared with us, thankfully, in how to understand the area space that we compete with in order for us to understand who are we. Who are you? How we think, why we choose. So this number is 6. The proton, the electron, the neutron. It creates a joint area space, okay? It's not equal. It has a heart line. Now, is it because they have divided 22? Is that what it is? Now, what does that mean, they divided 22? How do I explain this? So, yeah, just give me a second. I'm just thinking. So yes, so when I went to number 13, why is 13 special? Well, here's where 13 shows up, and I didn't get the answer from so what it is the alphabet with 26 letters. And I look for different places. What is relevant to a lot of us? Well, the alphabet is 26 letters. Can you tell me another story? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you tell me another story? Before I reached the 10 position, when I went to school, they told me when you pass 9 and go over to 10, you've reached the 10 position. Did you know that every position, okay, position, for me, every position has a value of 9. Every area space has a value of 9. Is it 1 and 8, 9? Is it 2 and 7, 9? I don't know how you're going to use it. Or is it 2, 3, 4 equals to 9? And then you have 6. And how are you going to use 6? What are you going to do? 2 and 4, 6? I don't know. 2 and 4, 6? I don't know. Maybe you're going to use 3 and 3, 6. I don't know. Maybe you'll use 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. So what is BCD is ABC equals to what is 9 equals to 6 to where this number shows up. 33. 3 times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. 1 and 8, 9? Nah. 2 and 4, 6? Nah. 3 and 3, 6? Nah. 1, 2, 3, 6? Okay. ABC is 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4 is BCD. 4, 3, 2 is the Earth vibration. Now, the thing about 4, 3, 2, I want to talk about that, and then I'm going to back up. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. When you multiply it by 3, it equals to 4320. Same thing, just up one level. When you, just give me a second, there is, I'm trying to remember the Platonic solids. It won't give me it. So I'm just going to ask, show me the Platonic solids, please. So when I'm just going to see what's next. Show more. Just give me a second. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so now when you, hold on a second, the reverse alphabet, okay, of what is C3, okay, is going to be what is 24X. The reverse alphabet, what is D4, is going to be the reverse 23W, which is going to be also April 23rd. April 23rd. And this one's going to be March 24th. The corridor. If you want to talk about Valentine's, making a match, a passageway, coming to the corridor is right over here. We have not even left We don't want to see two. We want to see, this is what we want to see. We want to see higher numbers in this right now. See, the higher number to this is 87. Here it's 86. So we're passing through the gateway here in March. Power station over here in April, coming out in April, March 24th through April 23rd. Reverse alphabet, 3 and 24, 27, 4 and 23, 27. That's where that comes in. 1,440 minutes in a day. 4 times 3 times 2 equals to 24, and 9 equals to what is 33. And that's where your 3 times 3, 9, and your 3 plus 3, 6 bring you for the 9 months, or the 9 face, to the 6 sides for Jean Ray's Sun Cube. Anybody know Jean Ray out there? Anybody hear of Jean Ray? Apparently, I was interviewed by a station, knew nothing about it, didn't understand what the Sun Cube was, because it took me many years to continue to do these studies of games. And used to say, do you know anything about the Sun Cube? And well, the numeric value for sun is 54. The numeric value of love is 54. The cube is number 31. So if you put the two together, you'll equal to 85. And 85 is HE 855558. And when you bring the constellations together, you bring it together through the E world, all the fives. And that 5 is here. It is a BC, 2 and 3 equals to 5. And it's the 4 and 1 equals to 5. It's 2, 3 in both worlds, over here and here, from the birth into the breath, into creation. Your base creation to the ring, your 4 and 9, your 49. 49 versus 51. 51 is Mars. You put the ring on the 9th and 4th finger, the birth in the house of Mars. The creation, your 36 is the male, for the down there, the proton, the electron, the neutron, right? I like to look at it that way. These two run in rotation of each other. So you have the A and the D. The world has been split. Split, 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 split. Yeah, so I was talking before also, and I know everybody's gone from that, about how the protractor talks about number 18, that when you talk about this area over here, we experience this area saying 180 degrees, right? Just doing this. So then I use the same thing for this. I go, that's the 180 degree mark. This mark over here is the 90. Because they say angle, which is represented by the L, which is also used in DNA when they go land animal and man, they use A and D in DNA within both. They only add the L for the DNA angle, representing alpha beta, connecting the source moons between Luna and Deimos and Phobos, in the association and difference of understanding that when you go to sleep at night, you don't use the same zodiac relationship with your body. Therefore, when you go to sleep during the day or at night, you don't use the same zodiac or constellations within the sky. Your body for the sleep uses one set, so there's a dormant part of the constellations, and because of the understanding of the bear, it will be 3 that will shut down, and 3 will open. So there's going to be 3 that shut down and 3 that open. And I haven't run on the understanding of how they rotate amongst each other in order to keep up with the base of 72 hours. Why 72 hours? As I mentioned, 72 hours, 1,440 minutes times 3, 4320, 4320. It stops. Once you hit the next 1,440 minutes, you now rotate. You rotate on 57. You rotate on, where is this? Okay, here. You rotate. You rotate on 5760, which is the year 2000. The year 2000, 4 by 1440. The corridor runs be. So every 4 cycles, it flips. It flips. The other one, okay, flips on a okay. One flips on. One will flip on 3. One will flip on 4. One flips on. One continuously flips, and that's the core. Excuse me. There's 3 reverse sides to a cube. Every reverse side is 7 that you see. Three, 4, 2, 5, 1. Now, when it's sitting on a book, that's when it's important to me. What's up tells me a little story, okay? What's up tells me, actually, it tells me a big story, because when the 6 is up, you see the 3, it's going off to that side, right? But I know if the 4 is up, let me see if I can show you this. If the 4 is up, right? The 4 is up, right? There ain't no 3, because the 3 will be down. So these are the stories that are going on. Oh, look, the 4 is up. 1, 3, 7, and 9. Okay, you got 1, 3, 7, and 9. Over here, I got 7 and 9. Sorry, not 7 and 9, 1 and 9. Right? Because all the 4 corners are 1, 3, 7, and 9. No. Hey, it's 3 and 7. It's 1 and 9. 3 and 7, 1 and 9. 3 and 7, 1 and 9. 3 and 7, 1 and 9. Oh, no, it's all of them. It's all of them plus the 5. Let's connect. Let's hook up. Let's hook up. Jack, we're hooking up. Hook up all 6. We're hooking up. Jack, we're hooking up. We're hooking up. Jack the hooker. Yeah, Jack the hooker, we're hooking up. So you want to hook up the numbers right now. You want to see how the hookups work? Bring in those ropes. Hang on. We're going to hook up. Get out my equipment. Ta-da! Get out some more equipment. Ta-da! Okay. So I was talking before we had 7-Eleven. How did we have that 7? Oh, yes. Yes, the 7-Eleven. Yes, yes, yes. And then what we have is and there's been a final settlement in the Middle East. We've got here, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It's the final settlement. Check the angle of that. It's been a settlement in the Middle East. The conflict is over. Communication has begun again. Give it 13 days. Give it 13 days as the cat settles it all. Everything's been installed now. They bought enough time. How much time has it been between then and now? All right, so we're going to say 6 months, 7, 8 months. So it's like 20 months. It's exactly the cube. Okay, when you get 12 months and 8 months, so check this out. For the 12 and 8, and you have the 13 and the 7, what is the 12 and 8 and the 13 and the 7? 6 times 2, 6 plus 2. Versus 7 times 13 equals to 91. 7 and 13. So the 7 and the 13. The 7 and the 13 equals to 20. The 8 and the 12 equals to 20. This over here, do you know what this is over here? The Pope did the final salute on the 111th day. The heart of 1 through 36 equals to 666. The heart is at the meeting point between 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're 16 and 21. We're 18 and 19. We're 17 and 20, each equaling to 37, equals to 111. Perhaps all the head, perhaps is it possible? Yeah, wow. Check this out. All the heads of fire. Inside a Gemini is a head of fire. Okay. The center dot of Aries is installed in both of these. Okay. Only these two are fire. This one is air. Either you go over here into number 9 where it resides inside Sagittarius, or we break off over here into the 7th gate, into Libra, the 7 or the 9. The 1 in 910, the 3 and 710, the connection of the lower house and the upper house coming in on the cross. You know, it seems like that's the way that, you know, when I'm thinking of this, it's going to have a glass of water. You want some water? I'll give you some new water. And hug, you know. You know, it's funny. Okay, we're gonna get back into this. How you doing? Just the two of you. Let me see here. You know, yeah, I'm okay now. When I go in, what happens is I feel like that I'm transferring over from one system into another system, like a generator system, and you're switching between one and the other. And certain things you disrupt the connection between my thoughts, can I say it that way? And I prefer to be vibrating and connected, okay, than anything else. And when you share it, it helps so much. And to not vibrate is like taking a toy away from a child, to not satisfying the child. Now, should you be vibrating all the time? There are different kinds of meditations, and with every meditation will come a different frequency, which will create an alternative vibration. But I believe myself that you need to stop vibrating and have a higher spectrum of everything at some point in order to create a different kind of structure. Not sure if I'm explaining myself properly, because I've been in and out, when you really have to get into the serious, okay, things have to get done, you can't, but when you need to really think, you have to get into that. I mean, for me, I need to get into that vibration. I need to be able to to juggle it. You know what I'm saying? You like what's coming in. I don't want to squeeze everything into the box. I want it to fit into the box where I can go into the box. And you know what? I mean, you go into a box, into the hat box. I can't find the sock. What sock is the drawer in? I don't know. And that's the thing about Santa Claus. Okay, I've thought of this before, but the thing about Santa Claus, okay, is the sock. Now, I want to know if the sock comes with ET, because if the sock came with ET, it would be the socket. But if the sock came with ET or the socket, would it come with the word and? I'm building a story. I forgot to tell them. Those who entered the room, it's a story. What is my story about? It's the story that comes out of the story that I tell. If it's about Santa Claus, what was the clause? You put a sock, you put it on the mantle. mantle. Why the word? Why the sock? Why the ET? Why the DNA? I didn't say DNA, mother. Why mother? Mother is the word. Oh, you speak in your mother tongue? Yes, in my mother tongue. Mother is the word. Oh, I thought I heard a waterfall. So the letters ET association in the French language is AND, the word and. The word and can also be understood for me as the ampersand when they go and. The ampersand can be found on your keyboard on number 7. Think about that. The Mayan run the 7 and 13, the 7 days a week. The DNA and passes the ampersand, amp it up, give me a map. And right away in the ampersand, it finishes with AND. And then the AM is at the beginning, but if it was AME in French, it would be soul. It's AM or AME. I get up in the AM, in which begins in the dark. When you get up in the AM, okay, awaken. When you awaken in the AM, 1/4 of the day has passed. More or less take to understand that what part are you going to wake up? When are you going to sleep? You go to sleep, okay, you go to sleep Okay, in the latter half of the PM, only to wake up in the AM. So what does that have as an association? So AM is 1 through 13 equals to 91. So right away it's going to associate with one group of 13, which is a group of cards. It's going to equal to the 13 moons, but everything stops on the ruler at 12. What is 13? Well, everything stops in the zodiac sign on 12. Well, what about 13? Well, we got 13 moons. We got 13 for a bar mitzvah, but for the woman, and it's the mother's house, and that ends on 12. And that's where 12 fits in. And with 12, okay, 12 equals to 1 plus 2 equals to 3. And with 13 equals to 1 and 3 equals to 4. And the separation of this cube is between 4 and 3. They share the same corridor. But the separation of the alphabet moves on into 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. And you know what we do say with that? It's a wrap. Running the same corridor, the female into the male. I'm going to show you that now, this over here, number 14, that's 2 sevens. This is a 6, 1, 6. This is a 6 and 6 or a 7 and 5. This, the moon. Right here, this is your connection to the E world of the moon. 5G is right here. These two, the bat mitzvah, the bar mitzvah. Why is it a wrap? Because it's a par 3, because it's a par 4, because it's a par 5. It all begins right over here. See this when 1 goes inside of 4, creating 5 AD. Your communication comes between BC, which is the corridor between C and D. Marvel Comics, the dog and the cat. The association of the corridor of the superheroes that control. I'll give you my address. Send me a pizza. I should really do that. I don't even have any menus, do I? Oh my God. Wow, what day is it today? What day is it today? Just give me a minute. I just want to see something. No. Today's Wednesday? No. This is closed. Okay, so the sock ended up to be what they put. I looked at it as the light underneath near the fireplace. So is it the fireplace because of the zodiac signs? So now if it's in the fireplace of the zodiac signs, that we need the fire and we need the air, because if we didn't have any air, how are we going to make the fire go? So all of a sudden we need Aries, we need Leo, we need Sagittarius. Now we need air, so we need Gemini. We have a little trouble if Libra shows up or Balance shows up, and then we'd have Aquarius, right? We'd have Aquarius. Have to figure that one out, because that would be by the fireplace, right? Another thing to mention is, just like A and B, when we began A and B, first and second, when we arrive at 12, when the cycles end, 3 times 4, 4 by 3, running the same corridor, communication between A and D. That when you go to 13, it is the first time that you say teen. T-E-E-N equals to number 44, space equals to 44, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 8 and 16, 24. There are 16 eyes, 8 and 8, 16, representing the eyes of the queens and the constellations, I am presuming. But then we'd have to look at the Jack as 6 and 6 eyes for Jack. There is 7 and 7 eye for the king. And there is 8 and 8 eyes for the queen. The Jack is going to represent 6 and 4. The king is going to represent 7 and 3. And the queen is going to represent, 8 and 2. Only with the Jack can we begin to do anything. We're beginning to show a little bit more separation in the numbers. Do you remember before 1 between 2 equaling to 3? But not when it comes to the deck of cards. Can involve number 7 and 3 in it. But we can involve number 6 and 4 because it exists. 4 is fourth. It is TH. It is the opposite side of the cube. 4 and 6, 10. 3 and 7, 10. 2 and 8, 10. 6 plays a role with inside the communication centers between the 7th and 8. The 77, the power of the Christ, to what is the 88 constellations. This is where the Italian Jubilee Pope came in and opened up the doors. This is what was declared to me. When you looked at the doors, there were 2 doors. Each door had 8 windows. There was other stuff too, but I'm going to keep away from the outside. This is going to represent the eyes. The reverse of 6 is 4. The reverse of 7 is 3. The reverse of 8 is 2. Like I spoke, A plays between A and I equals to 1, and 9 equals to 10. Where can that I go? Would that be coming from the King of Diamonds? The singular I? There are 3 I's in the deck. The Jack, okay, has 2. 2 times 2 equals to 4, and 2 times 1 equals to 2. This is the Jack. The King is 3 times 2 equals to 6, and 1 times 1 equals to 1. And then the Queen is 4 times 2 equals to 8. So here is the way. The Queen is 4 times 2 eyes equals to 8. 3 times 2 equals to 6. 1 times 1 equals to 1. The Jack is 2 times 1 equals to 2. 2 times 2 equals to 4. This is the half-life. Occupation of the 7th gate. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 8 and 6. Passing through the mind of Jack. Did I do this right? I think I got an error. 8, 4 and 2, 4 and 2, 8 and 2, 4 and 2. I want to see what I did here and why I'm showing 2 answers with this one and only 1 answer with that one. 1 answer shows control. There's only 1 situation. Playing the heart of all the numbers. This is what I'm going to tell you, whether this is the perception. Okay, because there's only 1 equation here and each one of these have 2. And when you look at these, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems like the Queen and the Jack are both connecting up to the King. What that means, I'm not right. I'm not right sure. This is your Trinity, your 3 years and your 1 year. I have to look a little bit deeper to understand this. This is 4 and 4. This might be just your Jack hookup and we become the kings. We become the half-life. This one over here. This is our connection, our BC connection, our citizen band connection between the upper and the lower world. When the corridor, runs through, this is going to represent the 2 moons of Mars. This is going to represent the 1 moon of Earth. Why did I connect Jack with 6 and 4? Only when you get the 4 do you get the 4 corners of creation. It only begins at 4th. Now the thing is, do you begin on the where the 4th is, or when you get the 3rd? The reason for that is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. It all stops here, 21st. So are we counting down? T minus counting? You know when they put universal time, right? UT, that's 21 and 20. That's 41. That's home. That's the king. That's AD. That shows it shows okay, hold on a second. A plus B plus C plus D. That's it. After that, you duplicate. Okay. Once you duplicate, you encompass the heart. When you encompass the heart, you encompass the 5 area. It's an area space that's void that continues to be an area space void and becomes the outside of space, not the inside of space. And remember, area space, we're not singularity. This cube has 27 area spaces. There's one controller controlling 6. All these over here. It's the same as Rubik's Cube. Yeah, so here is what it was. When you have 1, 6, 7, you have 8, 3, 11. When you have 2, 5, 7, you have 7, 4, 11. When you have 3, 4, 7, you have 6, 5, 11. So this is what it is. 6 and 3 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. 8 and 1 is 9. 6 and 3 is 9. 5 and 4 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. Did you see that? See the way the 5, 4, 4, 5, 3, 6, they duplicate? 6, 3, look, 63, 54, they duplicate. It equals to what? Check out what the answer is. The answer is 117. 117, the same as this. Now check this out. 7 and 6, there's a difference of, hold on a second. One plus 6, 1 minus 6, 5, 7. This one over here, look at that, C and G, the Hebrew and the English coming together here at the Earth module. 5, 3, 1, 3 minus 4, 2 minus 5, 1 minus 6. 6 minus 7, 8 minus 5, 9 minus 4. 1, 3, 5, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 1. Area 51, Mars. 13, 13, 13. What is 7, 7, 7? What is 11, 11, 11? This cube is what showed me that. Now we're going to take out this over here. We are going to take off the top row, and just like the cube, we are going to connect 1 and 6, 7, just like the cube. But when we connect it, we will be connecting Aries cardinal fire, connecting with Virgo mutable earth. Why did I just do that for a second? Oh, earth sign, right. 2, Taurus fixed earth. Why is Taurus that? Second sign's an earth sign, right? 6 signs an earth sign. Then we have 5, Leo, fire, fixed. Is it Jupiter the power of the Christ? And we have Leo, fire, fixed. Here we're talking about the 5th planet. So why did I bring Jupiter over here? I have to figure it out. Oh, it was the 5th planet, right? That's why I did that. Okay. So we got fire, fixed, 2 and 5, 7, 1 and 6, 7. And now we have Earth, mutable, Gemini, air. And we're going to have to put that with Taurus. And we're going to talk about water. And number 4 is going to be another cardinal. It's going to be a cardinal. Okay, so look how we connect. In the lower house of 7, we connect our cardinal here over to our earth sign, and then our cardinal over here, right? We're going to connect with a fire sign. So fire, so CF, and the water cardinal is over here. Now, when I do this, right, I now have to put what is... So let me see. I'm doing all these 7s. I'm just trying to see what the reverse is, 7 and 6. Okay, so this is what happens. I'm not going to write it out. So you see the way we went 1 to 6, 3 to 4, 5 to 2. You see the way I went? 7 minus 6 equals 1 is a reflective of 3 plus 4, or 3 minus 4 equals 1. So 4 and 6 is 10, 7 and 3 is 10. They're both 1. So now what you do over here is this one over here. So is it this one over here? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, 9 and 4, right? So 9 and 1 is 10, 4 and 6 is 10. And then we got 13, and it's minus 5. And then over here we have 8 and 5 equals 13. 8 is minus 3, minus is 3. Then we go 3, hold on a second. 8 and 2 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10. So now we see what's going on, right? So what I do now is see what I did here? I'll do it again. So you can see what I did. I connected all the 7s. And now look, I connect all the 13s. 6 and 7, 13 is the same as 3 and 4, 13. So 3 and 4 is 7. 4 and 9, 13 is like 6 and 1, 7. 8 and 5, 13 is like 2 and 5, 7. What is 7 below is 13 above. We now start to connect the 2 star systems together. And we keep on going down. And part of the connection is going to include binary code. It's going to include Fibonacci connection. The Fibonacci is going to show you panes of glass as you go down. And the reason for this, this here is 7 and 13. What it is this is 1, this is 4, this is 7, this is 2, this is 5, this is 8, this is 3, this is 6, this is 9. When I connect 1 over to 6, the corner of 6 to the corner of 1, from the corner of 1 to the corner of 6, I box it in. Then I go to 4 and 9. What is like 1 and 6 is 4 and 9. I go from the bottom of 4 to the bottom of 9, connect that together, and I get like these plain glass windows. What is the difference between here and here? Okay, is the number code changes in the roulette game. So I have to change the code of the paint. I can put it together, but you won't see that there was a change. You'll have to look somewhere. Why is this different? If I put it all the same, you won't ask that question. It's pretty funny the way I have this thing. See this over my head? Is it this light here? I don't know. You see it? See it? You see that over here? Right here? Does anybody see that? Does anybody see this? Pluto is orange. Harley Davidson, HD, 84, 3x28, 4x21, 28 day for the 28-day cycle that we run to buy. The 7th day is you. When I spoke 1 in a million, that's you. So I was asking myself, that's the 10th number. So it'll be 5 to the left, 5 to the right. We're now into the 10th house. The 10th house, 2.5, right? 2.5, the quarter house. The 10th house. What was 10 equals to 4 times 2.5 to what is or was what is, hold on a second, 2 times 5 equals to 10. See, I'm trying to get to 10. With one of them, it's 2 times 5 equals to 10, meaning I take two numbers and I connect them together and I get 10. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 5 and 5. When we get 5 and 5, I have to look at things a little bit different because there is no 10. So either I now create two associations. I create above and a below, a half area space, each one with their own heart, and the void area space, the blank area space, the card itself, okay, has a value. The card itself, although you see numbers on the card itself is the house of play. The word card, okay, is numeric value 26. The word bear is number 26. Remember, when you go to sleep at night, 3 constellations go to bed, and it's a 3 and 3 exchange in the constellations, equaling to the 9. Different association amongst the constellations between being awake and being asleep. I'm going to ask you a question. When you go to sleep at night, are you asleep or you're awake? Okay. Horses sleep standing up. I said number 84 when we were speaking, when I was talking before. It's just number 84. I want to back it up and explain this. And I have to explain that also. Man, I just jumped over a lot of places. And even the monkey I want to explain also. Remember the monkey story? It's the ninth zodiac sign. Monkey equals to 83, which represents the entire cube, which represents inside my game the connection. It's also repeated when they play the game of blackjack. They call for monkey, they call for 10 when the number is not 10. So they're talking about the 1122 connection within the cube. In the game of Baccarat, which is the game of the natural 8 and 9, right? The birth in the heavens. First you're born into the heavens, then you receive from the heavens that participation element, and you connect with the world that you are within, occupying the area space that was once null and void of you, and now you occupy. No matter where you move, you are within the breath of life. You can deny anything you like. Deny anything you like. This is within the game. What you doing there, Stretchy? Hey, Stretchy, what you doing? So the thing is, when they call for a monkey, they're not calling for the ninth zodiac sign in Chinese astrology. They're looking for a 10. Why are they looking for a 10? Are they calling out the monkey for any association with 9? Is it because the 9 holds the ace at heart? The 9 is like a natural 10. Is at birth, your life automatically connects you to the breath, making you the 10 connected to the two worlds of the breath, the jack hookup. Okay, the jack, the queen, and the king connected amongst the constellations and the zodiac and the moons. Therefore, everything stops on. So somebody was right when they said that. And it's only because what is A, B, C, D, where C and D run the same corridor of one number, where the total of A, B, C, D equals to 10. When you divide 10 divided by A, B, C, D, which is 4 numbers, equals to 2.5, which are quarters. Aquarius, the 11th zodiac sign born into the house of Vet, 9/11. Bet and Vet when Aleph gets split apart. Aleph, Bet and Vet. Maybe I should do it this way. In this one, I showed you 77. But when you turn it this way and run a line through the heart of it, it looks like an F, so it's 716. What is 716? Goes through here. You are that operational machine. AM, Shin, China's AM. The soul, something to do with the souls of China. Something that stretches out there. Machine, China is machine. I'm not talking about China, I'm talking about the machine, which says China, but it's not China, it's the machine. I'm getting a little tired over here. Wow. Every person that's here right now is a representation of 2.5 billion people. Did you know that? You're carrying the load for 2.5 billion people right now. Well, 3 times 2.5 billion is 7.5 billion people. The ones who are not here, it all begins with you sharing. Hey, kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat, what are you doing? Whoop. Get your motor running, Get up on the highway. All about the communication, right? We saw it tonight when the cat lied on this. 7 to 13 days from now, we have to have peace. Peace from the beast. Have you ever put the word be in front of east? It becomes beast in the middle of the east, in the middle of the beast. In the heart of the beast would be the Middle East, or the Middle Beast. Those who run by the moon live by the moon. Remember what they said in Moses. Those who run by the moon follow the story all the way back to Moses. Moses said it first. It is the word, and the word is the mother. That's where the word comes in. It's for the French translation of Mo, right? Like in Moses. In the word Moses, it becomes the word. In Abraham, it becomes the communication center. Abraham also can be dialected to be understood as Allah. In Abraham, the split story of Abraham. You can see it on many levels. Joseph, Joe, the power of Joe. Everybody connects to Joe. Joe, John, Jesus, right? That's the number 5 area, right? You know what 5 is? It's 2 and 3, 5. It's 1 and 4, 5. It's 1 and 4, 5. It's 5 and 9 equals to 14, 1 and 4, 5. It's 8 and 6 equals to 14, 1 and 4, 5. It's 7 and 7 equals to 14, 1 and 4, 5. See this one over here? This one completes it. The 8 and 6 brings out the R letter. This one over here. This is where the 7th gate split comes in. E-I-E-I-O, let's come out onto the farm. There's 14 areas that surround the cube. There's 14 areas surrounding the cube. 4, 5, 9 equals 2, 3, 5. See this? Let me see. Hold on a second. 1, 4, 5 equals 6, 3, 9. See how simple it is? They're telling you the story right here. Let me see where I was right now. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me get back to this part over here. So now, do you remember what we spoke about here? The way I showed you the 7 and 13? Let me show you something else. You need 1 between 2 in order to equal to 3. If you're, how many are we here? 3 people? So I'm not going to ask anybody to grab their calculator. So we get 1 and 2. Before we can create 3, we need 1 and 2. La lune en haut et les 2 voleurs. Ben, je pense qu'il y a un voleur, puis 2 qui étaient de sauver, puis protéger, puis ça n'a pas marché. So what we got is 1 and 2 equals to 3, right? So here is what everything is based on this. The 13 moons and 7 days works like this. Okay? This is what's missing right now. 2 and 3 is that communication. Why do I say this? We're living in the animal house. Why do I say this? Can I prove it? I'm going to show you right now. 1 and 8 is 9. 2 and 7 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. I broke the heart space of the 45-degree angle of the Fox Passage Gateway. I remain in the gateway. What does that mean? 2, 5, and 8, 4, 5, and 6 transfers you over from being awake to being asleep. Two, 5, and 8, 4, 5, and 6 moves you over from being awake to being asleep, from being an H to being an I. Disconnect. No discussion for H and I. You want to go this way or you want to go that way? When you go this way, you count by fours. When you go this way, you count by twos. So when I present to you this H and I just put it this way and count both of them. It's the 8th and the 9th letter equaling to 17Q. That's my high Q. What's missing in here is when you finish off this design, you can also do something as easy as this. Five and 2. Now what's funny about that is 5 times 2 equals to 10. Five plus 2 equals to 0.7. The total is 17, and it completes the straight of 7, 8, 9, 10. When you count 10, when I count 10, I like to look at it as the Capricorn stone. And it's the last 4 positions in numbers equals to A, B, C, D, right? Equals to J10. And this is where I'm assuming that Jesus came in and left us off at creation. The J letter for Jack, for John, for Jesus. The 5th letter, which is half a J, equals to what is 1 times 5 equals to E. That's where Area 51, and this is where our vibration comes in. I'm getting a little tired to be able to fill in these gaps right now. Area 51, what sits between 5 and 1? It's 4, 3, 2. That'll be our breath coming into life from birth. In association by multiplication of 4 by 3 by 2 equals to 24. 4 plus 3 plus 2 equals to 9. The total is 33. Area 51. So what's going on right now? I am thirsty. I am tired. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot outside. Oh, I didn't know what it was. I don't know if you're still here, Moreau, but I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't the happiest of all campers. I'm not finished sharing. You know what I'm saying? Not finished sharing. So, yeah, I think we're only like 1 or 2. It says 1, it says 2. I don't know who's here. Whew, it is hot. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. How long have I been here? It's my parents' anniversary today, June 4th. Also the representation of Elon Musk, how this started. So what I just showed you is this, right? I showed you this before, the 13 and the 7. Well, now when I bring this calculator up, right? When I did that, 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 4 and 5, I had to run on this angle. This is a 45-degree angle. This breaks the angle. We also have the 45 record. You know, if you look for an Akashic record, you have to start thinking a little different. Add this in. We have a 38, a 45. We have a 33, right? We have a 78, right? 78, 33, and 45. I think that's what we played on the record player where things went tweet, tweet, right? So what we get over here now is we broke that angle. I don't know what this angle is. I would like to know. But when we break that angle, we're going to do the same thing on this side, creating a heart space between 2, 5, and 8 and this way. So watch. 1, 8, 2, 7, 4, 5, 9, 9, 2, 8, 3, 6, 5, 11. Remember, nothing begins until we get to 3. Unless we reduce to just being 1 and we're nothing at all. But we're born inside of the heavens of Sagittarius. And when we join the heavens of Sagittarius, do we become the one life that is installed within the soul? And so I think we're going to end it here. We're only 2. I'm tired. I'm feeling exhausted. Yes, so we spoke about that the card in the deck of cards, the card is a blank card. So the card is a blank card. the word card is 26. So therefore, bear is 26. We must multiply the card by 13. And that would equal to 260. That would equal to 260, 390. Okay, that is angel. The next thing we have to multiply it is by 10 because the house ends at 10 and then all the connections end up with Jack, Queen, King. So it becomes 10 and 3. But you can't have it until you have the birth, which is 9 and 4, bringing on the house. So you have 10 and 3 and 9 and 4. And now we're playing what is the rooster with the monkey, Capricorn with Sagittarius, running through the gateway between Gemini and Cancer, the same corridor projection. But yet still everything, okay, I'm going to see in stows and balances off of Libra and Virgo in the spirit of 76. I want to thank everybody for being here. In a second, I want to see something. I want to go back. I know there's stuff that I left out. We have horsepower, number 84. What happens with number 84, okay, and the 273rd day is that when you count 1 through 13, it equals to 91. When you get to 84, 3 of these cubes, okay, have 4 of these cubes have been completed. 4 times 21 dots equals to a total of 84, which is what is 3 by 28. 3 and 4, the same corridor. I match up 3 and 4. I also match up a 3 and 4 is 4 times 15 minutes or 3 times 20 minutes. So now I'm going to match up different sports. Well, what about basketball? I'm going to have to think about it. Basketball is what is 1.25 times 12 to equal to 15, or what is 15 minus a certain amount to equal to 12. The 20 is also going to match up with what is T, and it's going to match up. The 3 is going to match up with the Mayan Sanskrit because the 20 is involved in this. Well, therefore, we're going to have that corridor with 15. 20th letter, the 15th letter. 3 and 20, 4 and 15. 4 times 15 minutes, 3 times 20 minutes. They're both an hour. And I can also see what this is. See this one over here? We run the corridor between 3 and 4. We start counting the TH. Okay, we come into the third world. From the beginning of the teacher into the third world, it's 320. It's not 420, it's 320. We come from 420 into 320. That's what it's showing me. This is the 20th letter. What is that 20? Is when you crisscross through the power stations, through the water. I don't know where my calculator is. Here it is. Every time I connect the 10, 1 and 9, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 8 and 2. That's my 40 count, 10. I cross through the 5 each time, 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's where my 20 comes in. The 5 comes in, the J comes in, the T comes in, the O comes in. Power station hookup. I hook up these 3 and these 3, or these 3 and these 3. I use this circuit of 6. 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 We use this twice and we use this twice. These 2 are the female. These 2 are the male. This way is the passage. 365.47 days, 0.47 days in a year, running by the zodiac or by the clock, by the 88 constellations, by the 88 purple. 8 times 8, 8 plus 8, 16 and 64 equals to 80, bronze. 8 returns to 8 in star system math. Every number is perfect. 8 and 6, get smart. Born into the house. I want to thank you very much for being here. We're going to end this now. If you like help, support the channel. If you just like to go out, if you're in this business, I like the Velocity 1.6. The 1.4s are okay. I like those too. I like these pencils. These are Castel Fabers. Those are the ones I like. I also like a little bit of the pastels. I got some of these. I use them all differently. It's how they write on paper. And I use these books here. I don't really like, and no, the one with more pages is not better. If they can make them thicker so I can see them better, it would be fantastic. If you can make them special for me, that would be even better. So I can darken the lines, although it's not always good for everything. Yeah, peace and love. We can't lose because we're learning. Thanks for watching this video.